The wait is over. King of the Hill is rising again from the animated ashes. Hulu has unveiled the first glimpse of its much-anticipated revival. And yes, the familiar gang is back together. However, don't expect the exact same propane-loving crew from the early 2000s. Time has passed in Arlen, Texas, and it's clear in this new chapter. The recently released first-look image offers longtime fans a nostalgic yet fresh view of their favorite characters. Hank Hill, Bill Duterte, Dale Gribble, and Boomhauer are once more gathered on the front lawn of Hank's classic suburban home. But this time, they're older and visibly adjusting, some more smoothly than others, to the world of 2025. For instance, Bill holding a food delivery app order is not something you'd have imagined back in the day. Arlen's beloved neighbors are here, but they've definitely changed. There's a touching charm in seeing these iconic characters aged, but still firmly rooted in their neighborhood ways. Hank Hill, the proud propane aficionado, remains steadfast and true to form. Khaki-clad and stoic, he looks like the man who wouldn't dare touch an air fryer or entertain the idea of a smart home gadget. Yet, his friends tell a different story about adapting to modern life. Bill Duterte, the eternally lonely and lovable army barber, now clutches a bag from what appears to be a futuristic food delivery service, hinting he might have swapped home-cooked meals for convenient gig economy options. Dale Gribble, the ever-paranoid conspiracy theorist, is nearly unrecognizable. He's puffing on a vape and wearing a VR headset, suggesting that even Dale has entered the digital age and plugged into the metaverse. If Dale's embracing VR, it's a clear sign this revival is entering bold new territory. Then there's Boomhauer, the smooth-talking mystery man, whose actual job has always been unclear. Now he's engrossed in reading from a tablet, though it probably doesn't help us decipher his famously fast and garbled speech. This unexpected infusion of technology isn't just a cosmetic update. It's a clear signal that this King of the Hill revival isn't just about nostalgia for simpler times filled with lawnmowers and propane tanks. What we know about the revival. So far, fans eager to hear Hank's signature. Yep, I tell you what. Again, we'll have to be patient a bit longer. Hulu has yet to announce an official release date, but they've assured viewers the show is coming soon. That could mean anywhere from weeks to a few months, but the excitement is already building, and the hype train has officially departed. Details about the plot remain tightly under wraps. What is confirmed, however, is that this revival will continue the story rather than reboot it. The narrative picks up years after the original finale, promising to explore how the friendships and daily lives of these small-town Texans have evolved in a rapidly changing world. The challenge of missing voices. One of the biggest hurdles for the revival is how to honor characters whose original voice actors are no longer with us. The show lost Brittany Murphy, who voiced Luann Platter, back in 2009. Tom Petty, who voiced Lucky, passed in 2017, and most recently Johnny Hardwick, the voice of Dale Gribble, died in 2023. These losses leave noticeable gaps in the original cast dynamic. So far, Hulu and the creative team have been tight-lipped about how they plan to address these absences. Will these characters be written out, recast, or perhaps given heartfelt on-screen farewells? Fans especially hope for sensitive handling of Dale Gribble's character, who remains a fan favorite and one of the show's most memorable personalities. Behind the scenes, who's steering the revival? Fortunately, the revival is in trusted hands. The original creators, Mike Judge and Greg Daniels, are returning to lead the project, with Judge reprising his role as the no-nonsense Hank Hill. Their involvement strongly suggests the revival will preserve the tone, heart, and humor that made King of the Hill such a beloved staple. Supporting the production are 20th Television Animation and Bandera Entertainment, Judge and Daniels' production company, alongside original producers Michael Rottenberg and Howard Klein from 3 Arts Entertainment. Dustin Davis joins as executive producer, rounding out a team deeply familiar with and passionate about Arlen's world. This lineup signals the revival isn't a cheap cash grab or a generic reboot. It's a carefully crafted continuation, created by the people who know and cherish the show's legacy. Hulu's growing slate of animated revivals. It's also worth noting that King of the Hill joins Hulu's expanding roster of animated classics getting revived. The streamer has been aggressively bringing back fan favorites like Futurama, which recently returned to streaming with new episodes. Hulu seems committed to reintroducing beloved animated series, blending nostalgia with fresh storytelling.